I had this thought that maybe it would be a good idea to talk about how hard it can be when those parts show up to take the time to take care of us, to reach out for help, to ask for help, to spend money or invest on help for us. Because I get it. That is hard. I have parts of me that are very willing to spend money on getting a haircut or skincare or clothing, handbags, shoes, my business. I will spend money on my business and not think twice. But when it comes to spending the money to take care of me, my soul, my body, my energy, myself, that's really hard. Hi, I'm Biz Cush, a life coach and therapist, and your host here on the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. We're talking to women all over the world who found their way back to themselves, to their inner knowing, to their intuition, to their wisest self. We're exploring how to feel alive, authentic, engaged, and fully present in your life. Let's awaken your wise woman. Hi, and welcome back to the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. I am Biz Cush, and I'm your host here on the podcast. And I'm very excited. If you're a little confused and you've been a Woman Worriers follower, well, that's us. We are transitioned into this new iteration of the podcast where we're focusing on how to live your fullest, most authentic life, how to feel truly connected with yourself so that you feel at home in you and in your life. So welcome to the podcast. The episodes that have launched so far, we were talking about our inner critical part as well as shadow parts with Michelle Richardson and Carrie Nola. And I had this thought that maybe it would be a good idea to talk about how hard it can be when those parts show up to take the time to take care of us, to reach out for help, to ask for help, to spend money or invest on help for us. Because I get it. That is hard. I have parts of me that are very willing to spend money on getting a haircut or skincare or clothing, handbags, shoes, my business. I will spend money on my business and not think twice. But when it comes to spending the money to take care of me, my soul, my body, my energy, myself, that's really hard. Because the parts of me that feel like I should be healed, that I shouldn't need help, or that it's shameful to ask for help for ourselves, they can show up sometimes and kind of knock me off track in terms of getting the help that I need. So I get it. I understand that taking time to take care of you and spending the money, investing the money in yourself to live more fully and feel more present in yourself and your life might feel frivolous or not worth it, or maybe a waste of money. But I can tell you that it's not, that it's important. That if we're not taking the time and investing in ourselves, I'm not sure who is. And that you are worth it. And that we can work with the parts of you that are resistant to getting the help that you need. That's the amazing thing to me. That we can learn to heal those parts that felt bad about needing help or felt like they were a burden. That we can work with those parts so that they no longer feel ashamed for needing more from you. And I can tell you throughout my life, there have been times that I knew I needed help and I didn't ask for it, or I didn't reach out for it, or I didn't go to get it. I had a super stressful job. After my oldest kids went to college and my youngest was at home, I was working a job at a local hospital where I was a crisis counselor. So I was meeting with patients who were either escaping domestic violence situations or had been sexually assaulted. I was responding to children who'd been abused as well as elders who'd been abused. And that was a super stressful job. And I can remember at one point, showing up at work and just sitting at my desk and crying because I just didn't want to be there. And yet I knew how important the job was. And I loved it for the work that I could do to help these people who were in crisis. And yet I wasn't recognizing the toll it was taking on me. And fortunately, I did finally get the help that I needed when I started grad school and realized how anxious and distressed I was. I reached out for help and saw a therapist for a period of time. But there was always this part of me that was like, I should be further along. I should be able to help myself. My struggle isn't that bad. My abuse happened so long ago. Why do I still worry about it or think about it? There were lots of parts of me that wanted to justify or rationalize away the deep inner wounds that I had. But staying with therapy, doing movement with my movement group, and coaching through my business has really helped me find my way back to myself, find my way back to me. And that has been a gift, a true, true gift. Because I believe that taking the time to know yourself, taking the time to learn how to love all of your parts is an investment that's worth it every day, every day. But I know how hard it can be to do alone. To me, knowing yourself, you're choosing to turn inward, to recognize your values and live by those values. To be attuned to your triggers and take care of yourself when you do get activated. And being kind to yourself, especially when you screw up. And it also means that you are making sure you're getting as much as you're giving. Because I know many women, many of my clients, myself included, the giving can be easy. Taking care of others is what I do best. And yet, when it comes to taking care of me, it takes effort, which sounds crazy, but it's true. But I'm learning, and I know that this can shift for all of us, that we can be really good givers as well as, givers to others and to ourselves. And that it's a much healthier relationship when we're doing both, when we're taking care of ourselves and taking care of other people. So if there are shifts that you would like to take in your life, shifts that you would like to make in your life, if you would like to learn how to treat yourself with the love and care that you so freely give to others, if you would like to learn how to set healthy boundaries so that you're taking care of yourself in relationships. Or if you just want to learn how to make yourself a priority in your own life, to really give to yourself as you do to others, let's do it. Let's talk. Let's schedule some time where we can help you find your way back to you. Find out what lights you up. Find out what drives that positive energy that makes you feel excited about the life you're living, instead of just doing what you have to do or what you're supposed to do, or doing things that you don't want to do all the time. Yeah, think about that. So reach out if you want to find out more about working with me, whether it's through therapy or coaching. You can find me at elizabethcushcoaching.com. You can find me also here on the podcast at awakenyourwisewoman.com. But you can also, if you feel like maybe therapy is more important for you at this time versus coaching, there are links to my therapy site on my coaching website as well. So it's progressioncounseling.com or Elizabeth Cush. Just Google my name and I should pop up there. So thanks for joining me here today. Thanks for being a part of the podcast and continuing to follow along with us as this journey unfolds. And lots more great guests coming up. And I hope you'll continue following us into the future episodes. This week, I hope you will take time to take care of you and meet your own needs and ask yourself, what is it that you do need to feel more authentic and alive in your life? That's it for today, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Thanks for listening to the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. The information in this podcast is not a substitute for seeking help from a licensed mental health professional. Music by Andy Cush, sound editing by Laura Disler, and show notes by Kathy Cush. If you'd like more information about me, Biz Cush, and the resources shared today, go to awakenyourwisewoman.com.